Have great perimeter play, and they rely on it a lot.
It feels as though, Kevin, the current rules in today's game favor ball handling. They favor shooting ability. They want high-scoring games with an ability to go unimpeded to the basket. And what it translates to me, it translates to pretty free-flowing basketball. You've seen the game evolve over the years, Kevin. What's your take on it?
I love the way that we see guys with great handles that can shoot and penetrate. I love the bigs outside. I got to tell you, Doris, there's nothing about the game I don't like right now.
I'm right there with you.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Luka Doncic out there with Curry, and it's Hardaway in at the 3 spot. Looking at the Suns, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Trailblazers in Portland. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Monty Williams gave me a few minutes to catch up. Defensively, they'll be focused on Luka Doncic. The young point forward and rookie of the year is so crafty attacking and creating shots for himself and others. Kevin, they'll have to be just as smart as Doncic in covering him and trying to contain him.
Okay, David, thanks.
This incredible confidence that Luka Doncic possesses, my goodness.
1:56 left here in the first quarter.
I think the player most closely identified with the Phoenix Suns the last 3 years, obviously Devin Booker. You know, here's a guy who averaged well over 20 points. He can beat you with the pass as well. He's the piece that gives this team great hope for the future. Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open, just comes up empty.
Here's Hardaway. Here's Powell. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
I'll tell you, Kevin, you have to love the intensity that Powell plays with on the glass, using that long body to track down those offensive boards.
Now, here's Rubio. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Portland.
And his passing was simply amazing. A lot of fun to watch.
And what's astounding, even with Booker, the Suns have been last, Doris, in three-point accuracy 2 straight seasons.
Yeah, and I think that speaks, Kev, to the roster construction. You need floor spacing to win games, and it can't be from just one guy. This franchise knows that. They just haven't been able to yet solve the problem.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Now, here's Ayton. He's been a go-to guy for them when they've needed offense. He's averaging 19 points a game. Here's Doncic. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
This guy moves so well with the ball in his hands, and Doncic knows how to initiate contact and get himself to the line when he puts it on the deck.
And the Suns here with a different look. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Frank Kaminsky comes in for Saric. Bridges, he's checked in for Kelly Oubre. And it's Carter in for Ricky Rubio. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Maxi Kleber comes in for Porzingis. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's DeLon Wright in for Seth Curry. Now, Booker, after Mikal Bridges missing on that last three-pointer. Baines, good. And a nice assist from Booker.
Well, that's the court awareness of Mr. Devin Booker. This guy increasingly becoming such a good passer.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Mavericks lead by 3. Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks, DeLon Wright is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Cauley-Stein, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 side. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Ayton.
We know this about the Dallas Mavericks. They will put every piece of data and information to use in terms of trying to get an advantage. Think about it, guys. They are now doing blood tests, trying to head off injury for their players. They believe this gives them a clearer picture into the overall health of their athletes.
Here's Finney-Smith. No good with the triple. The Suns trailing. Here's Jerome. They now take the lead. Jerome's got 4 points in the quarter. And Doris, those blood tests you were talking about, always subject to player permission. They want to honor player privacy.
I think you have to, Kevin, and most of the Mavs have embraced it. These tests have the ability to measure almost 50 biomarkers. As an athlete, you're always trying to stay in peak form. As an organization, you're always trying to manage appropriately their workloads.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
The 9-foot shot. And with that, the Phoenix lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from right. And Phoenix has possession. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Here's Baines. They get it again. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
You talk about bangers in the NBA, Doris. The Australian, Aaron Baines, rugged as they come.
Kev, he is the very definition of an energy guy. This man is a great defender. You get blindsided by one of his picks, you are going to feel it the next day.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. Carter against Curry. Phoenix shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. First one falls for.
Well, you think the ownership style of the Mavericks, something the league had to adjust to. Very active, very outspoken. Sometimes I think that rubbed people the wrong way. But now you get the sense it's almost the new normal.
Saric has checked in for the Suns. Curry finds Barea. From outside, off the mark.
Boy, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Yep, that one goes in there. Johnson's got the lead up to 7 now for the Suns.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
There's 42 seconds left here in the second. Rubio against Barea. Now here's Rubio. He's guarded closely, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Barea. The shot misses. Good D by Rubio. Here's the teardrop, and it's Carter missing.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
Boy, what you really like about Porzingis going end-to-end, he does it under control, right? This guy is 7 feet and masterful in space.
Rubio outside. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very... Of course, you've seen a lot of these big men come and go in this league. Who would you say right now is the most complete big man in the NBA?
Well, 2 guys come to my mind immediately, and that's Joel Embiid, who I think probably could be more efficient with his three-point shooting, but is still enough of a threat that you have to guard him out there. They enter the ball through him in the post, and he can be a dominant scorer. He can also put it on the deck. And then Anthony Davis, who you could say all of those attributes that Joel Embiid has, the Brow has as well. Those are 2 of the most complete, dominant two-way big men in today's game.
Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Saric and Ayton at the 4 and the 5. And it's Oubre in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Monty Williams. Here's Booker. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Booker's got his second basket of the night. Here's Doncic. Yep, it counts.
I'll tell you, Luka Doncic makes tough shots look easy. Boy, that close to the bucket through that much contact, nice.
Rubio against Doncic. And the pass to Oubre. To the middle. Here's Ayton. Powell pulls it in.
Boy, as slow a start as you could have. Just 1 for 4 from the field. They're struggling.
And when you watch DeAndre Ayton, you really are just floored by how he moves. The amount of speed and agility he has for a player as solid as Ayton is doesn't come around very often.
Here's Booker. Mavericks with the rebound. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
And those physical attributes of Ayton are so imposing. Greg, who does he remind you of?
I mean, for current players, you see a bit of Embiid and how they both move so fluidly for 7-footers. From the past, I see a bit of David Robinson in his game. Going to the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Good on the three-point shot.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
And looking to stop this run and get back on track.
Really needs to settle his guys down right now and get them refocused.
So both teams making some changes here. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Phoenix, no good that time either.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
Booker with it. Over to the left wing. Jerome. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Back to the action after this word. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court for the Mavericks, we've got Jalen Brunson. Also, DeLon Wright is out there. And it's Cauley Stein in at the center. Now here's Brunson. D right on him. It's stolen by Kaminsky. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Suns moving the ball around. Here's Baines. Cauley Stein defending. Just 5 on the clock. And Baines kicks to Bridges. Off target with his 3.
Simply put, a bad shot, guys. They all know they can get a better look than that.
Brunson finds Cauley Stein.
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Here's Booker. In the corner, it's Bridges. Pass to Booker. Shot clock at 6. Misses the 3.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Bridges against Hardaway. Right for three. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. And the Suns here with a different look. DeAndre Ayton's checked in for Aaron Baines. Saric comes in for Johnson. Oubre's checked in for Bridges. And Ricky Rubio's subbed in for Carter. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Porzingis comes in for Maxi Kleber. Curry's checked in for Wright. And Luka Doncic subbed in for J.J. Barea. Dallas leading by 7. And Doncic, here we go.
If he sees a lane to the rim, Doncic will capitalize. Nice drive.
And so Booker will bring it up for Phoenix. Saric trying to break free, and he uses the glass on the layup.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket?
There's 49 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And here is Doncic. Powell, the pass to Hardaway.
This has reached desperation time for him.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here. Well, he can hit big shots. Booker's about as confident a young man as we've seen when the pressure's on.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. "27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
Well, Luka Doncic, from the moment he stepped between the lines in the NBA, has flashed incredible potential and skill. Well, it's about the little details. Capitalize at the free throw line, add to your lead.
And the Suns call time. They trail by 7. 26 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Luka Doncic.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. Here's Barea. And guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
Marjanovic kicks to Jackson. Goes up on the block. Good. He hits the jump shot. Jackson's got the lead up to 9 now for the Mavs.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some. Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
So we see the Mavericks get the win here. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.